Hello and welcome to the Save It for the podcast. My name is Neiman Araki, and joined with me today is...
You know what? I'm not gonna do anything special for today, you know? Let's just have a normal intro for once, all right? Hello. My name is Aaron. I am also one of the hosts for the Save It for the podcast. I was like considering what to do, and I was like, no.
lovely weather we're having, right, Aaron?
Lovely weather. Is it lovely weather? I mean, it was like kind of cloudy, kind of misty, like in the morning, but now it's like kind of dissipating. So I can't say it's lovely weather, lovely weather for me
Yeah.
is rain at this point. But that's impossible here in South California. Oh well. Funny joke. All right. Oh yeah. Jesus
Good
Christ.
stuff.
Yeah.
And the kids, I take it, are doing well, right?
I wouldn't know. I'd have to ask my balls. All right. Anyway. Oh
Yeah.
God. This is the PG episode. Jesus Christ. All right.
It's okay. It's
I
okay.
am, of course, referring to oh yeah, that's right, Wilson, my ball friend.
Your ball friend.
Actually, yeah, I actually do have a Wilson ball.
Oh,
Hold on,
please do tell.
this this fella.
That's from
Yeah.
a show, isn't it?
No, it's not. What? No, it's not from a show. It's from Castaway. Wilson.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, what was the actor's name? Hold on.
I'm pretty sure, is it Tom? I think it's Tom Hanks, if I
The
remember
what?
correctly.
Castaway. Let's
Pretty
see.
sure it's Tom Hanks.
Pretty sure.
Might be
Pretty
wrong,
sure it isn't.
but
Excuse you. Yeah, no,
I
you're
feel
right.
like
It's
it's.
Tom Hanks. It's Tom Hanks.
Hmm,
Shut up. I went crazy filming Castaway, says Tom Hanks. Huh, interesting. All right.
method acting.
Method acting, bro. All right.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
oh.
So how have you been, Neiman? How's it? What's up with you?
I've been doing particularly well. Let's
That
see.
makes one of us.
Yeah, but we're not talking about you, are we? We're talking about me, Aaron.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
I'm kidding. We'll get to decode your sadness in a bit, okay? Just
Jesus.
um I mean I'm doing pretty okay. Finally going to be starting school this upcoming week. It's like, wow, guys, you're excited. It's finally the first week
Wow.
of school. Oh my God, I'm so
Oh my
excited,
God,
guys.
school. What a concept.
Yeah, not like people have already been doing it for a month and a half by now. But starting school this week. So I'm like semi excited for that. Just because I know I'm gonna have to get back into the whole working mood thing and waking up at like 10 because I have
Oh
to, or
God.
else I'm not gonna get everything done in the day, kind of thing.
Ten's early
But
for you?
huh?
Ten's early for you?
It's like somewhat. It's earlier than what I'm usually waking up to. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I I recognize that you're usually up at 8-ish. So
Yeah, I literally have an alarm for 8 every day. I sleep more than that because I need it, but like I've been experiencing real fucking like trouble sleeping. Not too sure why. Huh.
is it stress or
I
perhaps?
don't know. I just like whenever I lie down. Excuse me. Whenever I lie down in my bed, I just feel so angry for no reason, Like I want to punch walls and shit. Oh,
It's not even.
4 minutes and 50 seconds.
My God.
New record at the very least. Like it's just unexplained. I'm not even mad at anything. I'm just like angry for no reason. So it's like, yeah,
General anger. Yeah.
just general anger, just a general desire to hurl insults at the world. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Just one of those weeks,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you, police car. Nope. Pretty sure that's a. Yeah, no, pretty sure that's a fire truck. But anyway, yeah.
Fire truck
Fire
rhymes
truck.
with puck, like the thing you wish around in hockey.
And it also rhymes with luck. The thing you
Full.
need in life, probably.
And rhymes with suck, thing you do to a cucumber.
And it also rhymes with a duck. Literal demons.
And it also rhymes with tuck, the I think second main character of Tuck Everlasting.
And it also rhymes with tuck. What I'm gonna do to you tonight as I tuck you into bed and give you a little good night's sleep kiss, yeah. Because you deserve it. You deserve to be comfortable. Except I sincerely doubt that anyone can be comfortable with me, so I'm gonna leave now. Goodbye. Yep.
We can go through the
Or
entire
are we gonna are
alphabet,
we gonna are we gonna
but
keep going? Are we gonna keep going? It depends on you. It's your turn.
I'm good. I'll seed this round,
All right. All right. Fine. We
but
should
it
we
was a
should
good
play Garth.
run.
We should play Garth by the end of this episode.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Funny story, y'all.
Please.
So I finally managed to come up with the courage to come out to my mom the other week. And she was pretty receptive. She was pretty accepting, and everything was okay. Everything was all right. And this week, I came out to my dad, and he was less receptive. In fact, he began to question whether it was a good idea to come to America at all. Don't you just love it when your parents are being, or specifically my dad at this point, I don't want to, take anything away from my mom. Don't you just love it when your dad is being overtly homophobic without actually having to say the words homophobic? Because no, it's not just you being bisexual. It's just, general, it's just in general, like so it's just great. It's amazing. It's awesome. I
Yeah.
love the extra stress this is putting me under. I just love it. It's just like, it's stretching me out and just, boiling me under the sun like I'm a dry piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? Like I am
Damn.
suffering through this and I'm loving every second of it, is what no person ever would say. Thank you.
Damn.
So,
I'm curious to know the how your dad has connected coming to America to bisexuality, because I quite frankly don't see the connection between those two things.
you know, I'm not too sure either. Like maybe he figured, oh, if I stayed in Turkey, like the homophobic society that I grew up in and the constant fear of death if it ever came out might have kept me in line or something like that. Who knows, Like it's always nice to subject your son to a society that might destroy him at any moment just because you don't like one aspect of his character. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that amazing? We love that. We love that quality here in the Save for the podcast, where homophobia is mandatory and will be enforced at gunpoint.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. When in
Yes.
doubt, always say yes.
Wait.
I'm kidding.
Yes,
Don't.
and all right.
Yes, and first
There you
rule
go.
of improv.
Haha, improv. Haha, I do improv to take care of my stress in life, and it doesn't work. There's too much. All right, so yeah. And that
Well,
story aside, because I no longer want to talk about it because
it's
it's
okay.
just making me more stressed. Are
That's
you good?
okay. Yes, yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Very nice. Oh, you're welcome, Neiman. All right.
I was not prepared for that. My
Yeah, there
goodness.
you go.
I had to put a little warning next time. My gosh.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
consent
It's
is
okay.
important. All right, so yeah.
Yes, it very much is.
It took a beat, but we got there. All right. So yeah. Jesus Christ. What is going on in the world these days that isn't controversial enough for us to not talk about this episode? So I finished Legend of Korra finally. Spoilers,
Yay.
spoilers,
Yay, yay,
spoilers.
yay.
Yay, yay,
Thoughts?
yay.
Thoughts?
Man,
Comments? Concerns? Questions?
I I don't know. Like I feel like they kind of compressed it a bit. Not
Can
too
you
sure.
elaborate?
Like here's the thing. Like it's never okay to stretch out a show just for the sake of it. But I felt like they were kind of compressing it. Like it was resolved way too quickly. Like Kuvira was presented as like the final boss character. She basically handed Korra her ass during that fight. Even if Korra was like perturbed by PTSD and was unable to stay in the Avatar state for long. Like even then, she fucking beat her. All right, like she, like just gone. All right, and after that, there was a period of time where we focused on the side characters a bit, which I really appreciated, mind you. All right, like we really managed to explore, like Varric's character development. We really managed to explore how Bolin was doubting Kuvira. I appreciated all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it felt a bit short. This might just be me talking like this because, like, oh, the series is over, like, oh, what am I gonna do now? Like, it might be that speaking, it might be something else. I'm not too sure. It just felt a bit short.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Maybe it's because, they didn't have the balls to show Korra and Asami kiss. It might have just been like, that kind of deterrence from LGBT representation. Who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember the first time watching Korra, like ever, was 2014, 13.
It's that
So
old? Hold on.
yeah, it's pretty old. I only
Jesus.
rewatched it just this past year, in quarantine. Um,
2012.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Jeez.
So that's when I watched it, and I remember seeing that scene at the very last tableau of the two of them walking in, hands holding and all that, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And you're like, that's not right.
I was like, yeah, like they should go all the way, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're putting forth this narrative.
I mean, you would
You've kind of built
think.
up to it, right? Um, and honestly, I feel like the Asami and Korra relationship, in my opinion, was kind of one of the better or more well developed
Oh, yeah.
relationships. Like I think in either Avatar show, in my
Oh,
opinion.
yeah.
Um,
Definitely. Definitely.
but yeah, I think yeah, as I was reading, I think back when the episode did come out, because when it was coming out, I think it was coming out like a weekly basis kind of thing,
Right.
and people were saying that it was like network thing, or like, because like the creators had a qualm with Nickelodeon, because already at the time Nickelodeon wasn't letting Korra air on TV. You had to watch it through their app, and people were confused because it was like you aired Atla on Nickelodeon, so what makes Korra different? And I guess it was just because Korra was a little bit too mature for some reason,
What
or
the
more mature,
hell?
which I mean, I guess I can kind of see like how thematically or not really, stylistically it's more mature, but I don't think it's enough to merit having to uh, transfer your show to a platform that's less used, right?
Right.
So I was thinking, yeah, yeah. So I wish they kissed, but
Well, it's gonna be a while before homoerotic subtext turns into homoerotic text, but we can wait. Actually, no, we can't. Give us. All right. Give. Give the homo.
yes. And better yet, normalize it in the TV show, because that's exactly what we
Normalize
need.
it. Yes. Yes.
Because as much as I respect and love the LGBT community, I swear this has a good ending. Uh, when I
Whoa.
preface with that, it sounds bad, but I swear it's good.
Yeah.
Um,
Not to be homophobic
as
or anything, but gay people. Right. Yeah, there you go.
um, but I would not like to see 5 episodes of a character coming out to everyone they know, because unfortunately, as
See,
much as I
we wouldn't
respect
have a
them,
problem like that if it was just normalized. Like,
exactly,
oh, you like
exactly,
girls, like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You want a
yeah.
Pop Tart or something like that? Yeah, like, yeah, there
Hmm.
you go.
Although it does, on the other, the flip side of that coin is, if they do include it, it's sort of a, I guess, art imitates life kind of thing, where it's uh it's sort of like a tricky thing of like, do you want to show what's actually happening in real life, or do you want to
Yeah.
change reality
Or
based
do you
on
want
what
to show
you?
an ideal world?
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
for
So.
example, I think the Dragon Prince actually did, a good job, like showing a world where, that like being a sexual minority wasn't a problem at all, like literally kings and queens, or normal people, or like just regular old joes, they like they could all, anyone could be different, I suppose, is what people use, is the word people use to describe you know sexual minorities. But like they did a good job showing how it was normalized and how it didn't matter, because like here's the thing, it doesn't make, like it doesn't have any kind of lasting impact on the plot itself. It's still good to have though. Like the fact of the matter is somebody's seeing that and they're like, huh, yeah, there you go, nice, I'm cool with this, yeah. And that's okay. It's okay with to be cool with it. Like I just don't understand how this can still be a topic of debate, So it's just so archaic to
Mm-hmm.
imagine how people could just not accept people for who they are. I thought we went through this social revolution like 5 times already. Like what should we do?
Yeah, it's rough. So I'm
That's
saying
rough, buddy.
that's rough, buddy.
That is rough,
Um,
buddy.
if all boomers just disappeared one day, I think the world would be a better
Whoa.
place. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Whoa. Getting a controversial.
I'm just saying it's pure cold fact. If you
It's
ask
just
me,
facts. Yeah, there you
if you
go.
ask
It's
me.
not just boomers either, you know, like it can be literally anyone, you know, like there's a whole thing going on where it's like, haha, you know, join the right-leaning Gen Z, and it's like,
Oh
you know,
yes, 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 yes. I've seen
it's
that.
all just the toxic masculinity boiling over from the boomer era, and
Yeah.
disgusting.
I
Not gonna
you know
lie.
I have run into yeah. It's interesting because I get both sides of I guess Gen Z for uh not to say that there are only two sides, but
Mm.
you know
There are only two sides of. There are only two kinds of
there are two
people in
types
this
of
world.
people,
There are two types. I
which
hate that argument. I just.
I remember you detailing why last week.
Oh yeah,
Um,
last week, really? I don't even remember.
yeah, it was like last week because we were talking about gosh, what was it? Oh, we were talking about how people think.
Right.
Um, I think that was my phone. We were talking about how people think, and I was like, there are two types of people in this world, and you're like, that is simplifying people into two categories. I was like, I understand your point, but you know,
But
so
I mean, people are complicated. I don't want to talk about this right now. It's just like, you know, oversimplifying them is, well, I think it's dangerous, not gonna lie. Like we're literally seeing the side effects of simplifying, you know, political stances in America as we speak, all right? Like it's just bad, you
mm,
know?
and that's a valid point. It's a valid argument.
Yeah, there you go. I feel like this oversimplification is a side effect, I do believe, of, you know, how should I put this? Okay, so imagine yourself as a congressman, say 50 years ago, all right?
Okay.
You, congratulations, you managed to win a district, but you decided with other congressmen to redraw districts because you don't like how they look like, and you feel like you could get more votes if you work together with other people, and you know, got your own supporter base
Yeah.
in a single district. All right,
Gerrymandering, as it's called.
gerrymandering, as it is called. So imagine yourself doing that, and imagine yourself thinking like a like like a freaking idiot. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Imagine yourself thinking, what could possibly go wrong? Well, congratulations, you have an entire district with a based ideology, which is only going to get more and more radicalized with no chance of a moderate taking up a position in that district without getting shut down. All right? Because
Yeah.
guess what? That ideological group is now put together, radicalized, and the only way somebody's gonna, you know, rise to the occasion of representing that state is if they take up a position of radical
Yeah.
beliefs as everyone
Polarized.
else.
Yeah.
There you go. Which, yeah, as you say, makes up for a radicalized and polarized country. So,
Hmm.
yeah, you know, it's not a decent situation. It's not a good situation, and I feel as though we should really get on that. However, we're not gonna, because nobody actually wants to listen to the other side of the argument, so why the heck should they redraw districts to include other people of separate beliefs? Oh well, guess we'll just separate. That turned out very nicely 140 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, sorry.
And those
That's
are all valid points. I think, as much as people want to trust and believe in, our current democratic system, they're people are often unwilling to admit some of the, or rather many of the flaws
many
that our
of
current
many of the flaws. Oh
democratic
yeah.
system has, such as gerrymandering, as Aaron has described, which is a very dangerous and very subtly toxic way of
Subtly.
subtly rhymes with Italy, the place where I get pizza. It's not where I get pizza, but
Is it
metaphorically, it's where I get pizza.
cars,
Um,
I guess? I don't know.
yeah, there's some cars from there too. Yeah.
Lightly racist. All right, so
They
yeah.
also got Tower of Pisa. That's
Tower of Pisa. There you go.
they
Yeah.
got that. They got Rome. You know.
They got nice beaches actually. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And they got tensions with friends. Anyway, back to back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, America's more important.
Yeah,
Um,
America's more important. Let's just dig our head in the sand and ignore the rest of the world.
which is an argument people are making. Um,
Yeah, and this turned out so well in the past.
mhm.
Jesus Christ. Like, I thought y'all learned from y'all Dr. Seuss comics, but apparently not.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
You know the ones I'm talking about, right? Like
The wall one.
not the wall one. No, it was like it was regarding the involvement of America during World War II, and it was like, like somebody was selling ostrich heads to people who didn't like, the idea of joining the war so that they could dig their heads under the sand. It wasn't
Mm,
subtle, but my God, they are so good.
yeah.
Like, geez, isolationism never works, literally. Like, congratulations, you've dug your head in the sand. Now you have no idea what's going on in the outside world. Well, it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass eventually,
Hmm.
right? Like, it might come back to bite you in the ass economically. It might come back to bite you in the ass, like socially, perhaps.
Hmm.
Like you
Yeah.
could see the advancement of society in the other parts of the world, and your people might not be that keen on keeping with ye old ways. Who knows? There are
Yeah.
many ways for it to go wrong, and it will go wrong eventually. it's Gosh. I
Yeah.
don't want to talk politics anymore. Politics sucks, says the political science major.
Yeah, that has always been a little strange to me, Aaron, how you're a political science major, but politics just gets you down.
Yeah. It's just so dumb, these people.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's like
But
50% of the arguments at this point in Congress, but oh well.
yeah, but you're gonna be the guy to change it, Aaron.
Haha, no.
Wow, that was a short-lived
Yeah, short-lived
inspiration.
ambitions, like
Yeah,
if I end up being something, yay, I end up like I
feeding
ended
to
up
the
being something,
system.
like like I I'm just getting the degree, like if I end up making a difference, hooray, I ended up making a difference. But aside from that, like, I'm okay with mediocrity because at this point it stresses me out just talking about dumb people and how they're wrong and all that kind of stuff. Because
Yeah,
it's like, even if you change the opinion of one person, like, I mean, I guess that's an argument, like if you manage to change the opinion of one person, they might go on to change the opinion of one person and they might go on. And like, I just don't have the energy to do that, I don't think, I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
get that. And people, life is a marathon, not a race, right?
Yeah.
And people are getting to different places in different ways. So.
Ugh. I really don't like it when people say that either, like,
Oh,
life is a marathon, not a race. No, life is life, right? Like,
it's a metaphor, Aaron. It's a
the fact that a
metaphor.
system exists that slows people down doesn't mean that, people should.
Are you really going to try and refute the life is a marathon metaphor? It's up to
Listen,
you.
man,
We
life
can
is
talk about
life.
something
Life is
else.
life, all right? Like, making it look like it's a marathon, like, yes, people are entitled to take their time. Yes, it's a good thing to start new things no matter what old,
Yeah.
no matter how old you are. And like, it- sure, you do you, but like, if a system exists that slows people down, we should do something about it, not just say, life of a marathon, and just like, ignore the fact that there's a problem, right?
Interesting.
Like,
Interesting.
if financial problems are, holding you back, you shouldn't wait. You should figure out what's wrong with that, like, if you're working three jobs for a dream that's like years ahead of you, you should take a second, like, you should, like, why is this the case,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. I'm at this point, everything is jumbled up in my mind. I'm sad.
Okay. We can move on to a different discussion that doesn't involve uh oversimplifying analogies
Oh
or
yeah. Oh yeah,
incorrect
definitely.
metaphors. So we'll
Definitely.
we'll transition to
By the way, 30-minute mark about a minute ago.
yay. Um,
Yeah.
we will transition into video games because if we're not talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, we're talking about video games. So what's been new in your video game life, Aaron? It's
Jeez.
poppin'.
Well, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I've been playing Among Us with a bunch of my friends.
Yeah.
Most recently, we actually had a granny themed Discord server. Right? Don't laugh.
Oh my
It's
God.
legit.
Where you just all
Yeah.
act like grannies? That's so funny.
No, 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 no. Like, we had our granny sonas, I suppose, and
Oh, this is great.
there
Wow.
there was a game. There still is a game where it's like Granny Simulator, I do believe, where one player can play the granny and he has to complete tasks, and the other player plays the toddler who has to kill the grandma, and it's like, it's funny. It's a
Dang.
funny game. It's a funny game, right? And like, jeez.
Yeah. I know the reason I laughed was because I know of another friend group who has their own Discord. I'm not in this Discord, but I know of the Discord where they I know sad, right? I
Sad,
know of the
sad.
Discord. I know
I
all
know of the
about it,
Discord.
but I'm
Yeah,
not in it. Um
that is
it's
actually
actually
really
it's probably
sad.
people you know actually because they were from uni and in our theater
Interesting.
troupe.
Right.
But they had a Discord group. I don't know if they still have it, but they were all Alvin and the Chipmunks characters, and they would talk to each other
Oh
as if they were
no.
talking to their, fellow chipmunk siblings or the Chipettes or something, which I thought was just so
We're
funny because it was like it's just the whole
so
Discord is just
Among
one
Us.
big bet. Yeah.
I
Do
I
you
I
not like
hate
Alvin and the Chipmunks,
I
Aaron?
hate that. No, I hate that. I
Wow.
honestly hate that. Like, the first time I watched Alvin and the Chipmunks, I was a wee little lad over in Turkey, and it immediately, you know, there was a fight response, and I just don't like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Not gonna lie, I just don't like it.
Wow.
All right,
That's
don't.
fascinating.
It's not fascinating. It's just
I think it is. I'm just curious to know how.
like, congratulations, you managed to make slightly more annoying versions of pop songs and slap them on a movie about chipmunks having a family. And you could literally do this in like 100 ways differently, and it still would have been better. All right, like, if the message you were trying to send was, follow your dreams, you have a family, you're not alone, ha ha ha, like, if your tree gets
Mhm.
chopped down, you could always crash at the random white guy's place, who knows.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Life's a marathon, right?
all
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm sorry. Continue.
So yeah, like, do different things with the theme, please. And if you're I hate that there are four movies about the same goddamn thing over and
Yeah.
over and over again. And it's just, ugh.
I
Alright.
was yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say I was surprised to find out that there was a whole like I think it was a TV series like in the 70s, which
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
it was
know.
based off of that, yeah.
Um,
I
which
think. Yeah.
yeah, which I honestly I think one thing I realized growing up was how many movies and shows there were that were based on shows or movies that had already existed, right?
Oh yeah.
Which, I guess I probably should have expected since, it's kind of hard to come up with something completely
Yeah.
original in, this
Yeah.
day and age after
I
how
mean,
like 10,000 years of human existence,
oh
more
yeah.
or less.
Well,
So,
I mean, I guess like that's kind of a summary of, arts over the years, like it's all just a domino of inspiration.
yeah.
Like nothing is 100% original, and that's okay, like if you're basing
Yeah.
your work off of something, that's fine, like if it takes off, you can just say that during like an interview or something like that and move on, like
Yeah.
if you're plagiarizing on the other hand, I demand your kneecaps as payment. But aside from that,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I think my favorite art forms and just favorite art in general, or types of art rather, are the ones that blend or really mix two genres together, I think. And one of the examples I always think of is, and hear me out on this one, it's Doki Doki Literature Club, which, in my opinion,
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're
are
saying.
you familiar with the game?
Unfortunately, yes.
Right. It's a so for those of you who don't know, it's a game in
Let's keep it that way, actually.
dating sim we'll
Yeah,
call it.
dating sim,
But
sure.
uh it's a really
It blends themes, let's say.
it blends themes, and it blends, I think it's so I'm a little bit of a I guess what's the in a minority here, but I think Doki Doki Literature Club is actually a very well written game in my opinion, and
No,
very well done
I'd agree
game.
with that. Yeah.
Um, okay, good. I know people it started to get like the Undertale treatment at some point where it was like it was really good and then kind of became one big meme. So that's the
Right.
reason I say that, but I think it blends genres in a way that I was not expecting, and I think it's
I
shows
don't
like
think any
those.
of us were expecting.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think any of us were expecting it, but it's like that, which I think is really well done, and I think is a really uh, easy and creative way to come up with art, right? And I think another example of
Yeah.
this in shows, at least the one I can think of off the top of my head, is BoJack Horseman, which I have mentioned before on this show. Um, yeah, it's my favorite show of all time, but it that show I like because it also it doesn't necessarily blend genres,
Mhm.
but kind of it blends elements from other genres, which I think is really good. Like one episode is done in complete silence, another episode is done, kind of in this like scribbly kind of drawing format, which is a big like juxtaposition from the regular animation style of the show, just
Yeah.
to kind of like accentuate certain things. And so I think it shows like that really
Yeah.
I find are the better ones in my opinion, because taking two completely different genres, right? If you just take, for example, I don't know, if you just pick from a hat like sci-fi and I don't know children's show, right? There's so many different spin-offs of that, or uh, horror and romantic comedy, right? I'd
Sure.
love to see a show about vampires who are doing all these murdering people at night, but in the daytime they're just regular high school students or something, right?
No,
So
I don't think so. No, let's not go with that.
okay, that was a little cheesy, but
Yeah.
that's the kind of idea I'm trying to
Like I can
No.
already hear the commercial tone, you know? Like at daytime, they're just regular high schoolers with their old dramas and shenanigans. Brandon, oh my gosh, are you dating Stacy? But at nighttime. What was that? Brandon? Introducing
Although,
Brandon, the vampire teen, who doesn't speak at all because I can't come up with a voice for him.
that's
Plot twist, he
okay.
was the narrator this entire time.
Oh, I'm Brendan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Although I think oh gosh, it was just in my head. What was I gonna say?
Oh, wait, Twilight? Ugh.
No, not Twilight. Oh yes. I was gonna say they could make it like Happy Tree Friends style, which I think.
No.
See, Happy Tree Friends, I think it's not one of my favorite shorts, but I think it's it's a very good example of how creativity can come from blending two genres, right? Of of just happy-go-lucky animals with like pink and yellow and all this, with the macabre gore of reality. So I think it's like
Sure.
examples like that where you can really see what people can think of nowadays.
Jeez. It's, oh my gosh, Happy Tree Friends was an experience.
It was an experience. I did not know what I was expecting when I watched the
When you were
first
getting
episode.
into it, yeah. Jeez. But yeah, not gonna lie, like blending of genres is a good way of doing it, you know? Like maybe like sometimes people just want the classics too, you know? You do you. Just frick it. Just screw it. Just do it. Just make your dreams come true.
Yes.
Actual
Yes.
cannibal Shia LaBeouf. All right. That's
Shia
what my
LaBeouf.
brain tied it to because I was doing the, just
Do
do
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gee,
Gosh, what was that? 2014?
that
Something?
was
Can't
a while
remember.
back, man. Ugh. Why is the rapid passage of time a thing? We need to cancel that.
We need to cancel time.
Okay, we're canceling
Hashtag
time.
cancel time.
Oh yeah. Hashtag cancel time. Hashtag cancel, comma time.
That's right.
There
Yeah.
you go. Oh yeah.
My body,
But
my time.
it's my time to shine, time to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, since you're taking a second to drink some water, I forgot to bring some hydration to this week's recording, so yeah,
That explains it.
that explained. Oh, okay then. Wow.
I'm kidding, Aaron. My
Jeez.
gosh.
All right. So
Uh,
yeah, want to play Garth?
sure. We can play
We're
Garth.
at we're at 43 seconds. Yeah, there you go. It's only been
Oh my
43
gosh,
seconds since
only.
we
You
start.
still got
Yeah.
so much to fill.
Yeah. 43 minutes. Sorry about that.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's
Want to start
okay.
playing?
Sure. This isn't we didn't actually play this, right? We played.
No, we didn't play this. We talked about playing it. We played Sex with Me is like
Oh yes. That's right.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
funny.
So refresher for the rules for anyone who doesn't remember. Um, Garth is based on the character Garth from I forget which movie, but he's I think the comic relief character, and one of his iconic lines from the movie is if Abraham Lincoln was a pig, or no, if Abraham Lincoln was a girl, he'd be Babraham Lincoln. And so this pun
Oh,
game
that explains why I can't find the quote itself because the quote itself was wrong.
is it.
You absolute ninja person.
This is a perfect example of real life telephone where I heard this literally my freshman year, as it was told to me, was this is exactly how this is actually exactly how the game was explained. It was Garth, there's a character in this movie. One of his lines is if Abraham Lincoln was a girl, he'd be Abraham Lincoln.
Right. It's
And
Wayne's
so
World, by the way.
what's that?
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. That's the name of the movie. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. You're
And so
welcome. So
thank
what
you.
can I
Thank you very much.
say? Yeah, right.
You're welcome. Um, so perfect example of real life telephone where
Yeah.
stories and quotes get distorted over time.
Oh yeah.
What's the actual quote?
Uh, as you said, if Abraham Lincoln was a girl, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
What did I get wrong then?
No, you said if Abraham Lincoln was a pig, he'd be
Oh yeah.
Abraham
Oh
Lincoln
yeah,
or
there's that too. I forgot.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. So yeah, you take a name, you make a pun out of it, and if Neiman was
Say it. Just say the dirty one. I know we're both thinking of the dirty one right now.
actually I wasn't, but sure.
Interesting.
You do one. I can't
Great.
think of anything right
If
now. Jeez.
Neiman was a hard worker out at sea, he'd be seaman.
I don't know why I laughed at that one. I can't
Really?
imagine why. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's just a little
By the
joke
way,
for sailors.
should I get random name generator on for this one? Or
Up to you, whatever you want. Usually, when we did in shows, we did like celebrities, historical figures, but it's up to
right,
you.
random celebrity name generator. I hope it's not gonna generate my Celebrasona name or something like that.
Your Granny Sona.
I have no idea. All right, yeah, this seems like a good start, Lady Gaga.
Great. Um,
Can I start? Can I start? I have
sure,
one.
sure.
If Lady Gaga was a baby, she'd be Lady Gaga.
That was wholesome. It was a
That
surprisingly
was wholesome.
wholesome
Yeah, I
one.
know.
Uh, if Lady Gaga was a sheep, she'd be Lady Baba. That's a thinker. I know. It's a
That is a
thinker.
good one. Jeez. If Lady Gaga took a minute to nap, she would Lady Gaga. Haha. Alright.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on.
Our viewer count is gonna drop from like 5 to 2 after this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh, if Lady Gaga was in love, she'd be in Lady La Love.
Land.
La La Land. Yeah,
La La Land.
could
There
do
you go.
that.
Oh my gosh. New name.
Great.
This is oh geez. All right. Rerun. George W. Bush. I don't think it's Junior.
Ah, so it's the first Bush. Not that it
Yeah.
changes my ability
George.
to
Wait,
pun his name, but
is George W. Let's just do either or. Yeah.
okay. If uh, if George W. Bush was instead a phrase that you would have to use in order to tell your good friend George W. to hurry up, he would be George W. Rush.
Wow. Okay. Oh, jeez. That was so long. Oh God. It really threw me off. Okay.
It's okay.
If hey, you know what happens when George W. Bush is comfortable? He's George W. Cushy. Haha. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Kind of works. Kind of works.
Yeah. Ooh, actually, I have a follow up on that one. You inspired me.
Yay.
Because that's what art does, right? As we talked about earlier.
Wow.
If George W. Bush was instead a what's it called? An alias for a well-known drug, he would be George W. Cush.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. This is harder than I thought it was gonna be. Not gonna
It's a
lie.
pretty difficult game if you ask me.
Okay, if George W. Bush wasn't that nice, he'd be George W. Douche.
He would be. He
He
would
would be.
be.
He would be. Yeah.
Yeah. New name?
New name. Let's do it. Rerun. Jaden Smith.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Jaden
Yeah.
Smith. If Jaden Smith was instead a or actually hold on, let me start that one over.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So if Jaden Smith was instead someone actually trying to tell their friend Jaden to pee inside of a bottle. However, this someone had a lisp, but he still wanted him to pee in the bottle. He would be Jaden Pith.
New name? All right, no. Okay. If Jaden Smith was a Turkish bagel, he'd be Jaden Simit. Yeah, there you go.
I think we're.
I think we
gotta try one of those.
Dude, it's so good, especially with cheese. Yeah, please go ahead.
If Jaden Smith was instead a God, where was I going with this? I literally forgot the punchline as I was saying it out loud.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Neiman, you can do it.
If Jaden Smith was instead someone trying to give money to their friend Smith for their good services, he would be pay them, Smith.
Oh, God. All right. And obviously the obvious one. If Jaden Smith wanted a sword, he would Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
There you go. New one?
Sure.
All right. Let's do this.
This better be good.
I'll give you a choice. Bruce Willis or Tom Hardy?
Let's go Bruce Willis.
All right, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, because he's bald like me. If Bruce Willis was instead something that someone said when they were trying to get their friends to align to trust each other, but also had really bad grammar, it would be truce, will us? Thinker. It's a thinker. I know.
My gosh.
They're all thinkers.
If Bruce Willis was about to die, he would probably review his Bruce Willis. Oh God, that's kind of dark. Not gonna lie. Sorry about that, Bruce Willis.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Unless Bruce Willis did a naughty thing in the past, then not sorry, Bruce Willis. All right, there you go. Exactly. I don't know celebrities. I don't know what they do. Jesus Christ. You think I've been keeping up with the news lately? I don't know who hung out with Jeffrey Epstein or something like that. Like, Who knows? Yeah, there you go.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who
Who
knows? Yeah.
even is that guy?
Who even is
Um,
that guy? I heard he died. Suicide. All right.
yeah. If Bruce Willis was instead a stalemate between two tennis players, he'd be Deuce Willis.
I have a dark one.
Please.
If Bruce Willis had an STI, he'd have Bruce syphilis. Oh God.
No, that was great. That was
Oh my gosh. All right, new
I
one. New one.
sure. Okay,
I'm sorry.
I hopefully doubt that any of our listeners have syphilis, but who knows, right?
You know, who knows? Ooh, Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. Get the clear one right off the bat. If Emma Watson was instead a way to measure electricity, she'd be Emma Watt.
If Emma Watson was ever surprised by her son, she would, and jeez, she'd
I
be
can see
Emma Watson.
it. Oh man, I laughed even before the punchline.
Yeah, you knew what was coming. All right.
Oh, if Emma Watson was something you would say uh uh to a sewer who was trying to um seam or sew some, seams or whatever, but couldn't pronounce seam properly, it would be sem. Oh, and this got so convoluted.
Oh
And
boy.
she was trying to sew some pants. She'd be sem pants, son.
Sure. If Emma Watson ever went to a restaurant but was indecisive about what she was gonna get, and the cashier was psychologically tormenting her by judgmentally looking at her, and she eventually decided on a Watson sandwich, she'd say, Watson? Jesus, that
Yeah,
was so bad. All right, new name.
sure.
This game is way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Ooh, okay, Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin. If Charlie Chaplin was instead a stick that moisturizes your lips, he'd be Charlie Chapstick.
If Charlie Chaplin was a tree, he'd be a Charlie sapling.
if Charlie Chaplin if Charlie Chaplin was instead someone trying to get their friend Charlie to put someone to sleep, but not in like REM sleep mode, but like in like quick nap sleep mode,
Yeah.
he'd be Charlie, nap him.
Hey, hey, Neiman. Have you
Yes.
ever went kayaking with a stoner?
No, I haven't been kayaking with a stoner.
Not gonna lie, it's some gnarly paddling.
Like to think about it, I was like, oh yes, 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 it is.
Oh God.
Hmm.
You have one more?
if if Charlie Chaplin uh, was instead a body part, he'd be Charlie Chaplin.
Oh God. If Charlie Chaplin was agricultural produce, he'd be Barley Chaplin. I couldn't come up with the second part of his name, but oh well. New name or
Oh, one more.
okay, one more. Go ahead.
If Charlie Chaplin was a priest for the military, he'd be Charlie Chaplin. I learned that from Catch 22, what a
Wow,
chaplain was.
gotcha.
Good
All right,
book.
new name. Uh, Jackie Chan. Oh no, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. If Adam Sandler was instead leather footwear, he'd be Adam Sandler.
You know, I was gonna do that exact same joke. Now I have to think of another one. If Adam Sandler was no, if Adam Sandler had a millennial sense of humor, his catchphrase would be "Got him, Sandler." Got him. All right, yeah, go ahead.
if Adam if Adam Sandler was instead a an apparatus to cool you down, he'd be Adam Fandler.
Wow,
I know.
damn. Did you?
Thinker, I know.
Yeah, dude. By the way, 1 hour mark like a minute ago. Yay. So, dude, did you see the roast of Adam Sandler the other night? That
No,
was
no,
some
no.
heavy Adam banter.
It was, wasn't
It
it?
was. It was. Yeah.
Oh, man. If Adam Sandler was instead a command to tell your friend Adam, wow, so many of my things involve
So
friends
many
and
things.
people
Yeah,
named
there you go.
things. Um,
It's all like it's always a script with you. Jeez.
I know. Well, yeah, I mean, that's how I personally played it. I kind of like how you're playing it actually with the different setups. So it
Yeah,
actually,
there you go.
and since it is improv, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yay.
So, um, this is just how I've been conditioned. Okay, because I'm a
Yeah.
conditioned boy. Um, I don't even remember what my
I am so
joke was
sorry.
now.
If it was a command for
Thanks,
your friend
Aaron.
Adam,
Oh yes, yes. If Adam Sandler,
was a command
I
that
know,
you
but I can't.
gave.
I don't remember what my punchline was. Is
Ah, damn it. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, if here's a
There you
different
go.
one. If Adam Sandler was instead a an occupation designed to uh manage pig specific advertisements, he'd be ad ham handler.
Jesus. Dude, did you see the lighting in Adam Sandler's house? That
I
was
did
like
not.
like that was like a fancy Adam chandelier.
Oh man. You're coming up with the far more creative ones than I am right now.
It's fine, Nemo. Everyone has.
If uh, if Adam Sandler was instead a crook
Ooh,
who had a nickname because he was known to be very depressed while he stole people's canned meat, he'd be Sad Spam Pandler.
wow. If Adam Sandler was a Turkish almond, he'd be a Badam Sandler. Jeez. Yeah, Badem. Yeah, there you go. It works.
B-E-D.
Badem. Badam Sandler.
Badam.
Yeah. New one or
Do it.
yeah, there you go. Final one or
Sure. Better be good, Aaron.
all right, hold on. Let me all right, Chris Brown.
If Chris Brown was the wide spectrum of light, he'd be Chris Rainbow.
I okay.
Okay.
I kind
Okay.
of got like a whiplash from that. All right, dude, I feel so bad for Chris Brown, you know? Like he seemed so sad the other day. He had a huge Chris frown.
Yeah, I did see Chris the other day, and he felt really sad. He felt really Chris down.
You know? Like I mean, I guess like, like I guess it's to be expected, you know? Like he just got out of, the Chris pound.
And you know what? Interestingly enough, I heard that that pound was actually located in a sisterhood far off in Arizona. I think it's called Sis Town.
Really? Sis town. Huh.
Yeah.
You know? That actually reminds me, like I do believe that, Chris Brown has new Chris nouns.
Really?
Jeez,
Because
the
I
good
heard.
sis town. God damn it.
No, go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
That's interesting because I heard that he was he uh instead wanted to be an entertainer for children,
Really?
but a really dirty one. So he became a piss clown.
Oh God. Jeez. Yeah, yeah, I kind of actually heard about those, like I heard his shows were fire, it was, like people started calling him Crisp Brown because of how fire his shows were. Oh God.
Oh
Jeez.
man, and I also heard um I also heard
Mhm.
that he was graduating pretty soon, and after he moved from his sisterhood in Arizona, he actually went to NYU, but he wanted to major in theater, and this year he
Uh-huh.
actually graduated.
Nice.
But he forgot to wear his clothes, and it was so embarrassing because he forgot his Tish gown.
Huh, yeah, that is embarrassing, like in fact, I heard it's so embarrassing that as you know, NYU is famous for their Roman columns, And like I heard it was so embarrassing for them that the Roman columns are getting chiseled down.
Oh my God.
You gonna keep going?
Hmm. Hmm. Uh, I also heard. Uh, I also heard that. Oh God, what was I already forgot. My
Oh,
God,
damn it.
so bad at remembering. My goodness.
We were going so well, Neiman, come on.
I know we had like a thing going, and I feel so sad
Oh
now.
my gosh.
It's okay.
New
Um,
name?
yeah, we can go new name.
Alright. If you remember it, you can just like say it. Alright, hold on. Let me like. Alright.
Hmm.
Someone I actually know, maybe? Thank you. George W. Bush again, jeez. Alright.
This is not a very large database, I take it.
It really doesn't seem like it. Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
if uh, Morgan Freeman was instead a popular TV show from the 90s, he'd be Morgan Steven.
That's why I have something. Now, bear with me, all right?
Of course.
If Morgan Freeman was being greeted by someone who was half German and half Japanese, they'd greet him by saying, Guten Morgen, Freeman-san. It's so stupid, all right.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, there you go.
If Morgan Freeman was actually a guy who was trying to buy some bread or some tortilla type bread, but he didn't know whether or not it cost anything because he was in, the free market, but he didn't know
Right.
if it was free or not. And so he wanted to ask the guy across the counter whose name was Morg. He'd be Morg, nan free man?
And okay.
Convolution,
Convolution, indeed.
I think is
If
the word.
Morgan Freeman was a part of a sketchy cult-like organization, he'd be a Morgan Freemason.
I was thinking of that one actually, or a
Nice.
similar
There
one,
you
a Freemason.
go. Excuse me.
Took it out of my mouth.
Haha.
That's what she said.
Get
Um,
schnitzel, man.
oh, wrong game.
We can like transition to Sex with Me like if you want, because like I'm having a hard time coming up with name puns.
if Morgan Freeman was a woman, he'd be Morgan Free Woman.
Okay, yeah, sure. There you go.
Gadoosh.
Skadoosh. If Morgan Freeman was, I was about to say if Morgan Freeman was, serious about saving the environment, but, he already is. So if Morgan Freeman was a tree, he'd be Morgan Tree Man. Morgan Freeman? Morgan Freeman. There you go.
Hey, Aaron, did you hear? I was actually in hell last night,
Wow.
and I couldn't believe my eyes. I actually saw J.P. Morgan in hell, and it was crazy because, he was a Morgan demon.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually there with you. Don't you remember? Yeah.
Oh,
Like
really?
it
Really?
was actually interesting because as you know, JP Morgan is famous for his big old beard, and as punishment, demons were Morgan trimming his beard.
That's interesting because additionally uh additionally I actually, while I was down there, uh saw Stranger Things.
Really?
Yeah. And I actually saw that this is going to be so bad.
Go
Uh
ahead.
I actually was watching Stranger Things and I saw some weird white stuff on the floor, and I didn't know where it was from, but suddenly I saw the big creature that did it, and I guess you could say it was just some Gorgon semen.
Oh my gosh. I actually did see that white stuff on the floor too. However, like I was wearing my yellow tinted glasses at the time, so I couldn't figure out that they were white stuff at the time. So I turned over to, JP Morgan again, and I asked them, Morgan, P-Man?
uh,
Hmm. And that's about the time where I noticed that you were there as well. So I was like, Morgan, Neiman? Neiman?
and
And
scene.
scene! Oh my god.
Beautiful,
Okay,
beautifully
thank
done.
God. Jeez.
Where we were at hour 15
Hour
ish.
15, yeah.
Great. Wow.
My
Almost on the
goodness.
dot. Um,
Excuse me.
great. It is a rather difficult game, if you
Oh
ask
yeah.
me.
I actually prefer Sex with Me is because
It's a,
I feel
yeah,
like it's more flexible, you know?
it is very broad. I think among the pun games I know, I think especially with Garth, because in Garth you have to be very specific to the
Oh
name
yeah.
itself, and so, but at least like in other, pun games, you have like associations. Like if it was cow or something, you could say, oh, if it was like cow, we don't serve you here. Oh, I'll just go to an udder bar,
Oh
right? So
God.
there's a yeah. With other pun games, it's a lot more flexible, but for
Yeah,
Garth,
there
it's
you go.
very, I
Well,
guess,
it's very like
stringent.
name oriented, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go. But
but
yeah, I am
can we
out of
start?
hydration, so would you like to? Nope.
Sure, sure.
Sure.
This has been. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
And
you're
with
not gonna do
that,
the
and with that,
you're not gonna do the accent while doing it?
what the
And with that, thank you very much for listening to the Save It for the podcast.
podcast.
Yeah, there you
And with that, like he said, this has been the Save It for the podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Naaman, and joined with me today is
Aaron.
Oh yes, beautiful name, beautiful name. We
Thank you, Naaman.
thank you, Beautiful, beautiful stuff. We
Yeah.
appreciate you staying with us, and please send us questions. Our Gmail is save it for the podcast with 2 T's at the end at gmail.com.
And that's not teas as in the hot leaf juices. It's teas as in the letter T's, alright?
Oh yeah, you better make sure. I make that mistake all the time.
Oh yeah, me too. Oh
Oh,
god, wait, what's going on with my accent?
oh my dear friend, you're becoming Australian, mate.
Australian.
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 Oh, you're from the put it on the Barbie because you're from
Oh
the
god.
outback in
Just wrap it
Sydney
up.
and all
Just wrap
those
it up.
things.
Please kill the episode.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next week.